Welcome everybody to TCR Trinity Competitive Racing for round number 4 of the Singapore Grand Prix. I am Seafreeze, your main guy for tonight. Alongside is Dougie Falcons. How are you, Dougie?
Hi. Welcome to Singapore. After the national anthem we just had, feel quite pumped now all of a sudden. It's time to get excited for 20 minutes of qualifying at the moment. We've got Jones saying one time at the moment, 4.2, but everything's alright. So.
Awesome. Let me just get myself situated before we get going. I can barely hear this, so we're gonna put this down like that. Alright. That's better. Okay. So, how's everyone doing in the chat? Let me get this all going here. Right now, STK Hurricane, which is Blaster Brennan, which is also Pro Kart for the numerous name changes there. He's currently on pole, 39.6, as we have 12 left.
Yeah, early days in qualifying. I think Singapore is naturally horrible with tire wear. We're gonna naturally just see some interesting strategies played out. Probably medium hard, medium soft, medium. Well, hard, medium, and maybe soft hard if they're brave. But at the moment, everyone is just doing times at the moment, just 12 minutes to go in the session. At the moment, Latove has the professional pole time of 1:37.1. He set that time, I believe, on the medium tires. He did.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, so it's early days yet. As well, yellow and 6 years, everyone's just backing themselves up as well. Yep. So, yeah.
Yeah, Singapore is one of those tracks where the strategy is going to come involved. The soft, you don't really want to start on the soft tire as it's not the best for their strategy. We saw last night the one stop, the two stop. I'm pretty sure the two stop won with F1 Racer taking his first win in TCR. In the closing laps, I might add. So I'm pretty sure that was the two stop. There's one stop was close though. I don't think there was any safety cars last night. I'm not too sure, but there's a high probability that we do get a safety car chance, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. Singapore is notorious for safety cars. I think in real life there's like a 100% chance of safety car in Singapore. So, it wouldn't pass me if there would be a safety car here. It wouldn't pass me if it rains either. I'm not so sure about that one, but it seems like it isn't, because most people are on the mediums, but you never know for certain that it could rain towards the end of the race. We don't know. We haven't got the weather telemetry, unfortunately, but that's also a possibility. And anything could happen, really. We see M9 Racing retiring in turn 6. There, he probably hit the wall. I'm not so sure. There's the other runner, OC7. Yeah, he does. So he lost it. The exit at turn 6 there, and hits the wall. Or turn 5 there, should I say, hits the wall.
Yeah, in the background, right tire's off it. That ain't good. And he didn't set a lap time either, so he's probably going to start last in this race, if assuming everyone else gets at least a time on the board. Yeah,
so he hits the thing is M9 Racing is, I think, just backing out for the racing point there of Ricky Ricardo, who is, I believe, on the lap right now. So I guess we'll take a word of him right now. Yep. Ricky Ricardo is in the mid-sector right now, passing Simon Singh, going through the Anderson Bridge.
It's on the soft tires as well, I might add. So he's going for a quick one right off the bat.
Yep, definitely going for a quick
track
one.
Position is going to be crucial here as he gets a purple in sector 2. Yeah.
Purple in the sector. Yeah. Gets a bit twitchy at the exit of turn 16 there, before he winds down through the last sector, trying to complete his lap.
Comes under the tunnel part right here. Only a few more corners to go. Oh, he gets a little bit of oversteer there. Losing the car a bit. Oh, and a lot of bit then. A lot of bit.
a lot of bit.
A lot of bit, including his wing. A lot of bit.
Yeah, so his tires started overheating towards the end there. You can notice that he was losing that back end, and then it just let go in the last corner there.
Oh man, at least he was close to the pit entry as he's coming in, but that was a decent lap up until then. But man, I saw the car coming under the bridge or under the tunnel, and it just looked like he was not having fun with it. Ooh, yeah. Failed. Five place grid penalty. What'd he do?
caused a collision with someone. He caused a collision with someone.
Oh man, he's sitting sixth
With
right
Ricky.
now.
Probably hit the back of Ricky coming into the pit entry, and he just gave him a fast penalty. Which a 5 place grid penalty. When he was trying to come into pits, I feel that was unfair from the game to give him that, but there you go. But
and that's not going to be good. He's already 7th, 5. You know, add that. You know, he's going to be outside the top 10. I might also add, for those who did not know, the first 3 races, the winners of that, which was Keochin, the only winner of Golden Class in this season, has been moved up into Platinum, as he is not on the grid tonight. He will be tomorrow. So if you're tuning in to watch Keochin, you're going to have to come tomorrow and for the Platinum class here at Singapore. We will have at least a new winner in this season, and the championship right now, Failed is at top with 36 points with 2 second place finishes, and then Flying Jippo's right behind with 23 points, and then Bam Bam with 18. So it's a new championship, but right now Failed, the leader, is in 7th, and he's got a grid penalty, so it's not the way you would want to start that.
Yeah, championship leader, the new championship leader, after Keichin moved up. We actually mentioned Keichin for a bit.
Yeah.
He actually did a really good race in Japan. That was his first race in Platinum. He did really good. He was at one point fighting for a podium with Zandamar, I believe, and Talon that race. So he did really well. So go check that out if you want to see that first. But at the same time, championship leader getting a 5 place group penalty, Failed UX not having a great start to qualifying just yet, but that helps Flying Jippo, who is his closest rival at the moment. And they've been battling actually all season 1, really, Flying Jippo and Failed.
Yes,
as
they
Jones
have.
sets up 6-9.
Oh,
yep,
man,
Flying
good
Jippo.
time.
6-9 on the soft tire for Jones.
Yep, he's going for track position. I feel like more so now, because the safety car is a lot more prevalent, the track position is more key. Like in past Singapore races, you would rather be on the medium tire to start because the strategy is overall better. But now that the safety car has a higher chance to come out and actually work, people might go for track position more so, because if they get one safety car, that that could really help them out. But you really have to bet on it. But like you said, it's a good chance it'll happen. It just, will it actually?
Yeah, that's the question. If everyone keeps it clean, you'd imagine, but nothing set in stone. There's everything like that. So we'll have to wait and see. After qualifying finishes, 6 minutes to go. But at the moment, it's looking good for Jones on the top. But still on the medium, did that time on the medium, still second in the grid. He did that very early in the session. Still at 37.1 and still second in the grid at the moment. So
I'm looking through. Jippo's coming around the last corner now, or he's just starting his lap, rather.
Yeah, he's starting his lap. We can go through with Jippo then.
Yeah, let's go for
On the
Jippo.
medium. Yep, turn 1. Hits the apex quite well. Goes a little bit wide, doesn't violate, luckily enough. Misses the apex to turn 3. And he goes flying past turn 4, non-existent turn 4 into turn 5. Nails the curbing, tries to go for a wider line without hitting the wall, which is crucial. There's probably the only overtaking opportunity, major overtaking opportunity, I think, coming up to turn 6. Nails the apex down quite nicely, has a clean run coming up to turn 7 and 8. There's a bit of traction there in the exit at 7, and nails turn 8. Turn 9, should I say. Coming up to the single horse thing, formerly it used to be like 3 corners there. Now it's only just 1 single horse thing. And coming to the corner before the Ensign Bridge, it's got a little bit of traffic of Gracker, but gets out the way. Nails the apex into first gear, short shifts a little bit, has a bit of a tank slap coming to the exit of the corner, but has a good run coming out to turn 14, 15. Very clean entry. Coming to the last sector, the winding section, that is just purely all about corners and your front grip. It's a decent run coming into the second bridge, as we move to the last sector. And then, yeah, it's a very tidy lap. It's good enough for now, but no purple sectors. But nothing too special. But at the same time, you've got the curbing right for the bottom of the corner, turn 21, turn 22 and 23 come at you, and goes fastest.
Oh, wow. on
with
the
a
medium
36
tire too, 36.8, beating Jones
36.8.
by a tenth.
None of the sectors were purple. That was the interesting
I
thing.
believe the second one was,
The second one was purple. I didn't see
and
the
probably the third ending to the line, but the first I don't think was purple, but it was good enough for pole position at the moment.
Yeah.
Let's see who else. Ricky's on a lap right
Right,
now. He's invalidated, actually. Oh, that's kind of cool. It shows that as well. Good job. We have a Mercedes. Is that, no, Brennan's coming in the pits. Hurricane, I shall say. Coleman's in the pits. There's a Toro Rosso. Who's that? Bam Bam in the third sector. He's on a lap right now. Got a couple more to go. He's on the medium tire. Last corner. Let's see. Bam Bam, will he improve? Nope. Or maybe he's starting a lap. I don't know. I'm not good at this. Erec moves up to 11th on the medium. We got 3 minutes left, so it's about time where some drivers are going to be coming out of the pits and getting their final runs. This is when the track's at the absolute best.
Yeah, exactly that. I think X is coming for a time now. Yes, he is. X is finishing off a lap.
Alright, let's see him.
He comes to that sector. No, he doesn't.
He dives in.
He comes into pits 2 minutes ago.
The Red Bull, is that Perry? Perry coming around the last corner?
Perry's starting his lap now.
He's starting it now. Mad on.
It's difficult, isn't it?
Qualifying is not my forte, shall I say.
It's difficult to... It'll be nice if it's just said flying lap. It'd be more...
Yeah, in the pits, out the pits, out of the track.
Yeah. Yeah,
Ben asked
nice.
what happened to Segrist. I'm not too sure. He was kind of like that, to be honest.
Yeah,
M9 we saw crash out. Coleman has not set a lap yet. He probably had some invalid runs. M9 crashed. Coleman has not set a lap yet. And Segrist, I don't know. I really don't.
Yeah.
Red Wing, no Red Wing tonight. I think he was having some weather problems.
Perry.
Oh.
It's the loses back end. It's the wall. Exit 9.
He's got to get that turned around. He's got a good amount of time. He's got to do a little 5-point turn because these Formula 1 cars are not the best at that.
They're pathetic turn circles.
Alright, who's finishing a lap? Is this Erect coming? No, he's on invalid. I think it's fail. Oh no, that's RC coming around. He's on an out lap.
X doesn't have enough time to make it round, so it's cutting corners effectively. Not sure if that's allowed, but I guess we are allowing it.
It's allowed if you do it strategically and safely.
Okay.
Yep.
But he's got a minute to get round on his soft tire run. I don't think he'll make it.
There's a Ferrari coming around. Who's that? Graka? No, that's Jones on an out lap. You think flying? Oh, Bam Bam went third.
Yeah, man.
That was a nice lap.
Yeah,
you think Jippo can hold on to this pole, or you think someone else got him?
Well, Jones is on an out lap on the soft tires. You'd imagine he should snatch 4th position. Yeah, Jippo's not coming out, so he's finished qualifying. So he's set for at least a front row, assuming that Jones. So we'll go forward with Jones.
Yeah, let's go Jones.
Sets
He's season. What was it? Season 7 Golden Class champion?
There you go.
Yeah,
Season
that's
7
that guy.
Yeah, that is Jones, and he's coming through to the first 3 corners. Quite nicely. That loses the back end, hits the wall.
I don't mean to laugh, but
oh, no.
I just caught that. I was looking off screen, and then that is not what you want.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
I think he touched the curb in the exit of turn 3 and then just spat it out, really. It's too much power.
Man. Let's see, RC's on the softs.
And
he goes pole, 35.9. Wow, by clear. Almost a second.
9/10, yeah.
We got a Haas. It's going to be Erect coming around. Oh, in pits. Graka's coming around.
Ryerson was very quick in Japan. You argue he could have won the race in that, before penalties applied to him in Japan there. Yeah, Grakov coming up the line. Where's he go?
Nice.
P9.
On the soft, though.
the soft tires. And he's got Procart, aka SDK Hurricane.
Let's see what Hurricane's got. He's on the soft. He's also on the wheel tonight trying it out, so he said his speed might not be there. So that could be why he's 13th, but he is trialing the wheel out. But I think that's set. I think everyone's finished. So RC will grab pole by a good margin. Although Flying Jippo, you gotta imagine, he's on the medium, right? If I'm correct.
Yeah, he's on medium.
He's gonna have the best track position and tire strategy, so you gotta watch out for him. Although, like we said in the past, the safety car, different strategies. We don't know if it's gonna rain. You know, we don't have that high-tech technology to find that out. Only the drivers do. But that's a really nice pole by RC. Remember, failed and P6 will be starting 11th if the math is correct. He has a 5-place grid penalty. And there it is. Segrist, Coleman, M9 have not set a time. We know M9 crashed. Coleman probably just didn't set a time, and Segrist, we're not too sure. So that is that. I think it's time for that all special time for some predictions. Who do we got?
Who do we got? That's a good question. It could be anyone.
We got 18 people watching. So before we start, you got to put your predictions down now, because then it doesn't count. So this could literally go to anybody. So put your predictions down below. Otherwise, it does not count. I'm not saying gambling is right, but it does not count if you do it afterwards.
Who have you got first? I'll ask you first. Someone press yes. So that's M9 Racing.
I'm gonna see what everyone else thinks. Then I'm gonna gather all the information and then make my educated guess. How about that?
So I'd say it would be, let's go for Flying Jipper to get the win. Then it'll probably be M9 Racing. RC7 second, and we'll put Le Taupe instead.
Awesome.
As a surprise.
Alright, so
but say start through the formation now.
Let's see.
IC7 leading the way. Flying Jipper, but we do need to see tires actually.
Alright, I'm gonna go with we're gonna go with Jippo for the win, like you said.
Yeah.
I think he's in the strongest position to do so. At least probability chance, and I like the numbers. So I'll put Jippo up in second, as far as first rather. Man, what am I doing?
Yeah.
We'll put Le Taupe in third and Ricky in second. I don't know why I did it that way, but Ricky had a really strong debut, at least from last week. I think he got a podium, third in Japan, which he did. Yep. So I think he'll do one up and get runner up in second.
But as they go through the formation now, I guess we'll go through the grid. IC7 is on top position from Flying Jippo. Second in the medium tires and McLaren. First the medium runners actually. Jones in P3 with the Ferrari on the soft tires. Only 3 drivers are on the soft tires. Jones is the second on the soft tires. Bam Bam in P4, Le Taupe in P5, Ricky Ricardo in P6 in the Racing Point. Got Bucky in P7 on the medium tires as well. TCR Graca is also on the soft tire. They are the third of the 3 soft runners. Ferrari in P8, let's see what he could do. Dre in P9 and Perry in P10. McLaren and Red Bull. Perry having that crash in the last run in Q3 probably could have cost him there. Velduvex in P11, we've got Eract in P12, STR Hurricane, aka Procart Racer, in P13. We've got M9 Racing in P14 on the hard tyres, so these are the first of the hard runners. Coleman in P15, and Williams in P16 for Segrist. After retiring early in qualifying, we don't know what happened to him, but we do know that these 3 drivers will be on the hard tyres, probably going for a longer stint necessary, and they could also pull a surprise in this race.
Oh yeah, this is not over by any means. Actually, I'd rather be Segrist right now. I'd rather not be in the middle. I'd rather be in the back to kind of see what's on the horizon and kind of dodge and weave. So I think Segrist is definitely not going to finish 16th. He can only go up from there. but RC can only come down. So, but that's where we're starting, is with RC at the front of the grid. 16 drivers line up for the Singapore Grand Prix, round number 4 of the Golden Class here in TCR. 3 races ago, we were under the lights at Bahrain, where Keo Chin won the opening round. He then went on to win the following 2, got moved up to Platinum, and now it's time for a new name to win in Season 9 of the Golden Class. Will it be RC? Will it be Flying Jippo? Will it be Jones? I don't know. As the lights are ready to come on now for the Singapore Grand Prix. Let's rock and roll. Here we go.
It's a good start for RC7. Well, actually, no, it's a bad start for RC7.
Yeah, that was a bad start.
That was a bad start.
Jippo's going to get the lead. 3 wide. Toros, a little contact with the Ferrari. A little too wide action going through. Jippo's got the lead. RC followed by Bam Bam. Jones making some moves, although he does lose a spot. Ricky Leteau pretty clean for right now. So we go down.
It's all relatively clean at the moment, but this is where all the action will happen into turn 7. There's a lagging McLaren. Dre is lagging all over the place right there at the moment. But yeah, everything seems relatively clean at the moment as they head down through the winding sections of the main sector. Everyone trying to like squabble around for positions as McLaren is still...
Yep, McLaren, yeah, Dre is lagging a little bit.
But at the moment, Flying Jippo leads.
Oh, a little contact. Leteau's got some damage. He hit the wall a little bit. Had a contact with, I think, a Red Bull. He's gonna be struggling here under the bridge, or over the bridge.
Yeah, every car is bunching up.
Coleman's trying to make a move on the Mercedes in the back as we go back up front. Jippo followed by RC on the soft. Bam Bam in a podium position. Jones followed by Ricky.
Yeah, the only major loser at the moment was dropping 5 positions in the start there. But as you mentioned, Flying Jippo now leading at 8/10 gap from RC7. Bam Bam P3 holding his own with Jones P4, Ricky Ricardo P5, Bucky P6. Perry had a good start, the biggest jumper of this, moving up 3 positions to P7.
And Pro Kart / Hurricane already spun. Not a good opening round on the wheel, as he has made a pretty big mistake. Leteau, I'm assuming, is getting overtaken by Dre into turn 1. The McLaren moves his up to P10.
Yeah, so at the moment, Flying Jippo creating, not really pulling away at the moment. Steady phase of the race. The soft tires haven't died out yet, but it's a good start. He had a great start. Beating out the
Renault on TCR Garaka is failed. He's going to think better of it, be more of a conservative approach. He is your championship leader at the end of the day, or at least right now. We'll see how that shakes up in a little bit. He's got some positions to gain. Leteau still dropping positions. I think he's got wing damage, yep, on the left side of the wing plate. Coleman's going to try to make a move here before the Singapore Sling. Will he get it? I don't know. Yeah, he's going to tuck back in. Leteau, man, he really needs to come in or hope for a safety car or something, because that wing is not ideal for him.
Yeah, it's not looking good at the moment.
Down 6 already, probably 7 and more.
Yeah, and he goes wide, and Coleman takes position. I think it's in some bridge. So, yeah, he needs to pit if he wants to salvage anything and hope for a safety car towards the end. Pro Kart racer, aka SDR Hurricane, had a bad start. He dropped down 7 positions. I'm not sure what happened there. But Dre now gets past Coleman, I believe.
Yep.
No, he didn't.
No, already.
No, Dre. No, like,
we got failed, though, on the back of Graka. There's kind of a nice train forming, or at least starting to. You got failed on Graka, and then about a second and a half up the road is Perry, Bucky, Ricky, and Jones. So Jones is... he's on the soft, but he's not really losing too much with the medium runner.
Yeah,
the softs are going to be good for a little while, and then they're going to dip in a few laps here. So you got to watch out. The pit window is going to open relatively soon. So RC and Jones, TCR Graka as well, is probably going to come in as soon as we have DRS now. Red Bull on the Alpha, and then Bucky also on... no, not Bucky. Ricky and Jones. Jones is under attack here by Ricky. He's going to get to switch back, maybe? Nope, he's going to have to slot in line.
Alrighty, so yeah, so Flying was at the first stop with a 41.7. Great, now a 2.6 second lead, so I think tires now start to upheat a little bit for the soft run. As you can see, it's Jones under pressure from Ricky for the battle for P4 at the moment, but Ricky makes a small error in the exit hairpin, bringing Bucky and Perry the dog to play, and it's now causing a slight train with failed UX actually not too far behind in that train actually. That being
Oh
said,
yeah, he was able to get past Graka there for 8th, so he's got some speed here early on as he's within DRS already of the Red Bull, so he's got caught right back up to this train, and he's gonna look for some overtaken maneuvers after that grid penalty in qualifying.
Yeah, but he does have the fresh tires. I believe he was qualified P11, so he had fresh mediums compared to these.
Oh, Ricky down the inside of Jones, turn 1. A little bit of contact. Still side by side. Jones had to go a little bit off the track, but I think it was fair because he did get hit in the end of it. But Ricky with the ultimate traction is going to get it before the DRS. But
Jones will have the
will he have
Jones
it?
Will have the arrows.
Yeah. That's how that works. Jones has DRS now. Bucky is going to get overtaken. He's going to defend a little late, but yeah, he's going to slot back in line as Perry. Perry's looking good too. Oh, but
yeah,
man, Jones. Yeah, look at him come back around the outside. Oh yeah, he's going to get it too. Hey, look at that. Jonesy knows what to do here.
He does, but does Ricky try and go for a move? No, he doesn't, so he holds back.
But look, Perry as well in the background.
Oh,
what's going on here? Oh!
So Ricky hits the wall, turns in too early, and I think everyone's trying to do for avoidance.
Oh, we all need new front wings.
Virtual safety car. We have a virtual safety car.
Man, we should start selling front wings, Dougie. I think we'd make a good fortune on this one. Because all I saw was wing up in the air.
Well, I saw was I think Ricky turned in too early and then hit his wing. Perry tried to go on the inside of Bucky into that corner, and I think he turned in too early into Perry, and Perry.
Wow, and that VSC did not help Perry and Ricky at all because it's already back green, and Perry's got. I would say he has a front wing, but he hasn't. He does not have a front wing. As Dre's going to overtake Ricky underneath the tunnel. Graka's going to also want it as well. Both of them, you got to imagine, are coming in this time by. Probably put the hard on and just kind of go for it and see where it goes.
Jones pits for his soft tires. So all in all, it was kind of like a Constantino effect because Ricky made that error and Perry was running on the inside. It just happened all unfortunately in the wrong time. Yeah. Jones making the move, going for his pit stop. So is Perry naturally and Ricky Ricardo. Changing their front wings.
Oh, we got who's that? We got Will. Who's that? Coleman hit the wall at the last corner. Has he got a wheel? He's got all 4.
He's even got a wing.
But he doesn't have a wing. If only we had a wing shop.
I think he has to do the entire lap with no wing.
Oh, that sucks. Oh,
painful.
Coleman. Not a good start. Oh, up at the front we got Bucky. Failed was able to get past by Bucky. Oh, we do. Oh man, here we go.
First safety car. What's going to happen?
Wait, did RC make a mistake? Because he's all the way in 6 on the softs.
He probably did. Yeah, he did because he's got
damage. Does he have damage? So, does he have a broken wing?
He has a broken wing.
He's got a broken wing.
But luckily for him, there's a safety car. So he dropped some vision. I don't know what happened to him. He probably half spun. We haven't caught up with any of this because there's so many incidents happening all at once.
I don't know what's going on. All I know is we need a lot of wings changed, and now we have a safety car to do so. But some people, man, if Jones only would have waited one more lap, he would have. Oh, he's trying to overtake on the safety car. I don't know about that, but man, if only he would have waited another lap, that strategy would have worked out beautifully for him. But yeah, Ricky, going back to that incident, Ricky going into the Singapore Sling, I think he just, like you said, just turned in a little bit and hit this wall right on the left.
Yeah,
and he just blocked the whole apex. And Perry and everyone else was so close behind that they just got caught up into it. So you really in a bad spot was Perry. You know, really nothing he could have done. It was definitely Ricky's mistake. And Perry just got involved into it, so...
Yeah, naturally everyone is pitting from top 6 down. I think you probably could go hard tires to the end.
Bam Bam speeding, 5-second penalty.
But Flying Jipper going for another set of medium, so he's considering a 2-stop here. Wow, okay. Let's see. Bam Bam going for a 1-stop strategy. M9 Racing, 5 laps on those hard tires.
But Jippo's not going to get the lead here. It's going to be M9. No, it's going to be Erect, then M9. M9's on the hard, Erect on the medium. So Jippo, if he's going for that 2-stop, he's going to have to overtake these two drivers who are kind of on similar. They're only 5 laps older, so it's not a huge difference that he's going to get. But Seacrest on the hard. Remember, he started 16th. He's out now in 4th. He still has to make a pit stop, obviously, but I think a lot more drivers have to make a pit stop down the line. So we're only on lap 6, and we did get a safety car, but who says we're not getting another one? It might be one of those nights.
It might be one of those nights, but there were so many instances that I don't even know what was happening. So I was assuming that RT7 made an error on his own, because he was on his own for like the entire time. And I believe who was it? Bam Bam wasn't really catching him in P3, so it was all stagnant in top 3. We had obviously the Ricky Ricardo incident with Perry. We talked about it quite a bit, and then Coleman spinning in the last corner, and he had to do an entire lap in the front ring. But luckily for him, is that he had a safety car come out at the same time. So
at least everyone's now going to be close together. I mean, positions were lost and some were gained. A lot as well, but at least we're all together. It's not spread out. I think last night you saw in Silver Class was very spread out. I don't think there was any safety cars, so the gaps were just very huge. But now it's like we got another restart coming, for the race. So it'll probably be another lap or so. I don't think they're coming in yet, but
I mean, we kind of didn't predict this, but at the moment, Erect is leading the Grand Prix from M9 Racing and Flying Chipper. That's our top 3 at the moment. And Seacrest P4 and STR Hurricane P5. After having a poor start, safety car brings him back into play. He's on to P5. Bam Bam and P6 on for a decent podium, and it looks like he's probably going to get a decent podium from this.
Although he does have a 5-second penalty, his Bam Bam, from the speeding, so penalties differ.
Failed UX in P9, championship leader. Still has a lot of work to do from that position there to try and salvage some points in this race. It's still 24 laps to go, so plenty of time to do that. Dre in P10, Gracker in P11, Perry in P12 after the incident with Bucky, I believe, trying on the inside of him.
And RC, man, he had, sorry to interrupt, he was up in the front, then he might have made a mistake and then pitted and then lost so much track position. For some reason, I guess he pitted 1 lap late or something, but he's down in 13th after starting 1st, so that's not the best for him. He lost a lot as well. Got Latope and P14, a little bit damage earlier on, Coleman as well, and Ricky as well. So the back 5 or so have been in trouble, but at least they're with the group still. Oh, and Graka now is exceeded track limit on safety car. Penalty, 5 seconds.
It's a penalty, so if he pits again, does Graka need to pit again? He does need to pit again.
Ben says in the chat there will be another safety car. So let's so since Ben said it, it's gonna happen, you know what I mean? So we're gonna get another safety car.
So apparently, he programmed it. We're going to have another safety car on like lap 24. So we'll see. We don't know. Well, but at the moment, safety car should be coming in this lap, I believe.
Yep.
Safety car is in this lap, as I mentioned it.
So hopefully everyone knows how to keep the gap, unlike me. Or hopefully
about that. Anyway,
maybe Dougie, maybe you should explain to everyone watching how to do the restart.
Well, what you're meant to be doing is back up the field until let the safety car go through, and then once the safety car comes in, you dictate the pace.
Right. So when would you start going?
Well, when you don't see the safety car. Well, the safety car is coming up to the last corner now. As soon as it turns in is when you're allowed to move.
Alright.
It's like right now. So he can go in, start whenever he wants, and he goes now.
Right.
So Erect leads the way from M9 Racing. Flying chip. Oh, he spins! Erect spins on the restart. Oh my god.
Cold tires, maybe?
Probably cold tires, but Erect spins on the restart of safety car. I've never
Hurricane
seen that happen
down turn 1.
M9 Racing.
M9 is
So
now in the
M9
lead. Flying Jippo, Mercedes
Jippo.
2, Torosa, and we got another one. It's Jones. Jones spun again.
Another
His
spin.
same place in qualifying.
So
And now
Flying
Jippo's got the
Jippo
lead. Jippo's got the lead now.
Jippo took the lead in the overtake after. How do you spin in the safety car restart? I do not know.
Oh,
but
Hurricane
M9
down the
Racing
inside. No, but teammates.
Two
Yep,
Torosas,
Bam Bam on
now up.
Seacrest
Yep,
for
up to P4 in
P4. And it's now a line down all the way to the Williams of Coleman. But man, mistakes, and a lot more mistakes. 2 spins in what, 10 seconds? So
Yep.
that's a little
Yeah, at the moment,
upsetting.
so yeah, Flying Chipper leads. I was going to say Iraq leads, it spins. M9 Racing leads, but got overtaken. So that Flying Chipper leads. Really, Singapore Grand Prix. It's like nobody wants to lead this race. M9 Racing in second, and that SDK Hurricane. I'll call him Hurricane for short. It's Hurricane going into P3 right now. Bam Bam now hounding him on those fresh medium tires. Segrist into P5. And he's being hounded by the Alfa Romeos. The Alfa Romeo Bucky tries to go on the inside, gets an instant 3 seconds for trying to go on the inside there, cut in the corner there. Felt UX up into P7. We've got Dre trying to be in the mix of all this.
And it's a big line. They are so close. And last corner.
Yeah, Bam Bam overtakes Hurricane on the penultimate corner and down and gets past on the last corner.
Mercedes gonna have a bad run though. Seacrest coming up.
Yeah.
But you got Dre also. Oh, Bucky hit the wall, I think, or something.
No, he
had to cut the corner. I think he might have done something. I don't know about that one.
He went wide. I think he was trying to go for an overtake. Went wide. He's been pushing it. But
Oh, Bucky hits and Dre hits with
and
wing damage,
another big crash.
and we got a big collision going.
Big crash. A safety car is out.
Safety car's out. Ben swerving. You were right.
Oh my goodness me!
Holy moly!
So Bucky decided to cause a major collision with everyone. I think. Okay, so he went wide. Obviously, you said he went wide, which he did do. Come back on the track, and then I think he tried going inside the Renault. I believe a failed UX.
Yes, and I think he just got. He hit the side pod of failed, and he kind of did that spin.
Yeah.
We've seen that a couple times this season where a driver gets on the inside and he hits the side pod of the other car, and it just turns them around just based off of where the cars are positioned. And that once that happened, Dre had nowhere to go. He was literally right behind. Same like Perry and Ricky earlier on. There's nowhere to go when you're right behind the car, and that's kind of the risk you take. But man, was it a pileup. I mean, we have numerous drivers with damage. Coleman, I would say he has a wing, like I said, but right now he's got none. So there's a lot of people needing to go to the wing store and get themselves a new wing, and this actually helps Perry and the others who were in the first incident, because they were not involved in this second one. So Perry and Ricky and RC, these
Perry
guys who were in the was he?
Perry was involved. Yeah, he has wing damage as well.
Oh, he does a little bit.
Because it was failed UX he got hit from. So Perry was the first one to get the hit from the collision. Then it was, I believe, RC7, and everyone had nowhere to go. Technically, Bucky killed like 6 cars in that situation, maybe 7, maybe even more. And now everyone has to pit.
Hurricane's leading the pits.
RC7 pits. Ricky doesn't pit.
Failed as well. No, Perry.
Bucky naturally pits.
RC. Bucky, Latope, Coleman, Jonesy, Dre, TCR Graka, E-Wreck. Holy hell, the pit lane is busy here in Singapore. Holy moly, we got double stack on the Renaults.
So that's what happened. Bucky killed nearly 3/4 of the field. And
man, look at the Renault stuck because the Haas is stuck because the other Haas is stuck. Because the McLarens were doubled.
That's insane.
Everyone was stuck.
Everyone is still stuck, still trying to get wing changes. So Bucky killing 3/4 of the field, and somehow to P9. So okay, after this, after all of that, Flying Chipper still leads. He chooses not to pit, which I think is a smart thing to do. And Racing is up into P2 now. After bidding in qualifying, starting 16th, if I remember it, up to P2.
So Seacrest and M9 are the only people who still have not pitted. Even under the safety cars, they have not pitted. They're keeping that track position, which I think is smart for now. I think let this race get going. You know, They're on the harder tires, I believe. Let's see. Both on the hard tires, so they could go way to maybe lap 20 something, and then put on either on the medium or the soft, and then go for it and really make that track position up rather. But yep,
so
them
this
two
race
were the
is-
only people who have not pitted.
So this race is definitely going past an hour. After these two safety cars, we're only on lap 10 only in lap 10 of the Singapore Grand Prix.
Oh man,
And
I'm gonna need another water after this one. Can we have another safety car so I could go out, so I could go grab a water, because I'm about halfway done on this one, and it's gonna be a long one.
So yeah, Flying Java still leads the array. I'm not racing P2. Hopefully, he doesn't spin in the restart. Flying Java because it's craziness at the moment. But yeah, Perry choosing to go on soft tires now, which is an interesting strat for Perry there. Choosing to go soft tires and try and pit again. So he's effectively doing a 3-stop strategy. Perry there, trying to see if he can make up positions there.
Alright. Well, I'm going to take this time while we regroup, so we can regroup. If you're liking the action so far tonight, remember tomorrow, the Platinum Class Division, as Erect retired. As I thought things would calm down on their safety car, Erect is out. Either he hit the retire button, or he crashed. I don't know. I think he just retired maybe, I don't know. But first casualty, which is kind of crazy.
I think Erect just called it a day.
Yeah, and I wouldn't blame him.
Oh no, he did. No, he did crash actually.
Did he? That's what I thought. I just didn't see a wheel off.
So he just called it a day.
Okay, so down to 15. So now I will take this time to say, if you like this action, tomorrow's the Platinum Class Division here at Singapore under the lights. 8:15 p.m. Eastern is when the stream will be starting. We have a tied championship between Go-To Guy and none other than Dougie Falcons right here in the party. Tied at 43 points. I am behind by a point, and then Breezy down to 36, and Xander with 31. So the championship is very close. Effectively 4 or maybe 5 people are still in the championship fight. First 3 races, 3 different winners. And Singapore with 2 safety cars already. You could probably bet there's going to be one tomorrow night, so it's going to mix some things up, hopefully. So yeah. Also, if anyone is new, please hit the subscribe button down below if you are interested in joining, racing, commenting, whatever you have, if that's English. The website to join is down in the description below, so go fill that out and let's get a part of the action. So there's your little commercial broadcast. Oh, and one more thing. If you're going to buy a wheel and you're going to buy Fanatec, we have an affiliation link down below to use that. A little bit of the money goes towards the league, so we can all do what we love to do, which is racing. So, yeah, that's it for the commercial break. Now back to you, Dougie.
So, we got another lap of safety car, and after all that commercial break, we can relax, and we can go through 20 odd laps to go here in Singapore. The safety car goes up for another lap. As we mentioned, Flying Joe is still leading the way. The restart could happen at any moment. Well, on this lap, most likely. So we're just gonna have to wait out, see what happens afterwards. The interesting one, obviously, is Perry, because we've got him on the soft tire.
Yeah.
So
he's gonna be quick, but he's only gonna be quick for a little bit.
Yeah. So
but maybe he's banking on another safety car to come back in. I don't know.
I think that's what he's trying to do. So yeah.
So, based on the track position right now, where everyone is settled, do you change your predictions?
Well, yeah, I have to. My prediction is completely off at the moment. Well, I did say that Flying Java would win the race.
Me too.
But
and
I expected M9 Racing to be up there, because I thought, okay, if a safety car comes in early, he has an opportunity. Something, but he made an error. And I thought, who is it? The Taupe would be up there somewhere. So I have to change mine. But I was right about Flying Java probably going to win this race.
Hopefully, I mean, he's been pretty demanding right now. Right now, second in quali, better tire, controlled track position all night long. Really.
I mean, if you look at it right now, it's probably going to be Flying Java, then Bam Bam, then
Maybe
Probably
Ricky?
Ricky.
Yeah.
Probably Ricky for podium, yeah. That's what I was looking at right now. Because M9 and Seacrest are yet to pit. But we have to wait and see. Safety car is in this lap. So, as
Okay.
mentioned before, Flying Chippo is effectively the safety car. So he has to back up the field and cause them to punch up and go for a restart again.
Alright, what's the chances of another spin in the last corner? Not by Jippo, but by another.
Well, we had Erect causing a spin. I have no idea who else will spin. Probably, I don't know, it could be anyone.
So we're gonna say someone, we just don't know who yet.
We don't know.
Alright, fair enough.
But, so
Jippo up
backs
to the
field
lead.
up, backs the
McLaren
field up.
to Alpha to the Tororoses. Man, do they look good in 3 and 4, but they look better in both in the podium positions. But as Jippo is going now, he went pretty early.
Yeah,
he goes a little deep.
To go he goes really wide. As we got restart, as an old car crashed, it was Bam Bam, was it? Bam Bam hits the
Almost.
wall.
He holds it though. He holds
He
it.
does hold it. This has got Seagrist. Oh my goodness, Seagrist about to go from the inside.
Oh,
there,
Ricky, more wing damage. Hits the back of Seagrist.
yes, and that brings Perry back up to play. Perry went up to P5 on those fresh softs. He's now up to P5. Ricky down to P6. SDR Hurricane. SDK Hurricane is trying to. Oh my goodness me.
Ricky.
Ricky.
I would say
Ricky
has a wing, but he does not. How many times can I say that tonight?
Ricky loses the back end and then hits the wall. Almost retires his car almost straight away.
Perry up to 4th though on the softs. Up
Perry
in the front.
Up the front, Flying Chippo does the lead from M9 Racing, Bam Bam MP3, after nearly hitting the wall himself. But Perry up to temperature with those tyres and absolutely flying at the moment. But
yeah, Ricky, another mistake. A few we've seen today, and it's just, I guess, not his track, not his day, which we all have. But Jippo is pretty good on his day. He's leading the race by 3 seconds to M9, Bam Bam in DRS of the Alpha, and then Perry on those fresh softs. Right behind Bam Bam. Yep. Hopefully he can get back to the pits, get a front wing, and just kind of go for it and just do his race. And maybe he gets another safety car, I don't know.
Yeah, but Flying Jippo already built back up the lead that he had initially before the first safety car, 3.8 seconds already after the first lap, and then racing up still in P2, now starting to cause a little mini train right now with Bam Bam and Perry, as Flying Jippo sets the fastest lap of 40.6, as he's trying to create a gap at this moment.
No DRS yet. Oh,
a range of cars, 4 wide almost at this point, coming up to the first corner there, and
Perry's...
someone hits the back. Dre hits the back of Bucky there. Hits the back of him. We have a yellow sector 1 Coleman.
What is going on? Bucky, what are you doing? There's a wall there.
Bucky,
What?
Bucky, so we have another safety car.
What just happened?
So Dre went deep, hits the back of Bucky. Bucky probably must have tried to spin it around and hits the wall. Holy.
What is going on?
Dre hits the back of Bucky. Coleman tries to get out of it, and luckily somehow this time does have a front wing.
Now he's got a front wing.
Yes, but holy, we have another safety car.
Holy hell! What is going on? Alright, I'm throwing the towel, and I have no idea what's going on anymore, because there was an incident I was looking at before you even talked about it. Was Perry hit the back of Bam Bam, and then you said something which was completely different in turn 1, which was Dre, and then Bucky. I seen him just go into the wall like it was his job or something, and he went for it.
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know what's going on. Dre's got no wing.
Dre broke early. He hit the back of Bucky. Bucky was spinning halfway corner to corner. Everyone was trying to avoid the McLaren because he was trying to rejoin on track. Coleman nearly gets collected in that, and then all of a sudden we have a safety car again. Safety car for the second consecutive. Is it the third safety car? Second safety car. Oh no, third safety car.
Third. This is already 3. I think we've done more laps under yellow than green.
So we've had.
Can we get a stat on that?
So Flying Chippo still elects not pit. M9 Racing still elects to not pit. We got Bam Bam.
I wouldn't pit either. If you have not pitted, I wouldn't go in yet, because you're going to be in that nonsense. if you're in that nonsense, you ain't gonna win. So
Harry pitting for a third time for a new front wing. He hasn't actually made a scheduled pit stop all race long. That's Perry. It's been a wing change in every single situation he's had.
Well, Jones back up to 7th. He had a couple mistakes, but maybe he could turn it around. Latope as well failed. I think he has a few penalties though. Failed. Bam Bam as well has that 5 seconds. So, and you can't serve a stop go under yellow. So, or at least under safety cars. So, still, Jippo looks to be the strong one.
Jippo hasn't made a single error all race. He's actually the only one to have not made a single error all race.
And to be honest, he doesn't even have to go all out because there's no one challenging him right now. The only guy behind him is M9, and he's on 15-lap-old hard tires. I mean, and he just pulled a 3-second gap. So Jippo doesn't have to go crazy. He just has to do his thing. But he still has to stop again, though.
He's kind of in a weird. He's kind of in a weird spot right now because he's on 9-lap on mediums, and the closest challenger he's got right now is Bam Bam on the 9-lap on mediums as well. But then you've got Feld UX, who's in 5th place right now on 5-lap old hards with 15 laps to go. And that safety car probably helped his tyre wear and everything like that. But if Feld UX gets past the Toro Rosso and potentially Bam Bam and NMR Racing, he could probably have a shot at winning this race all of a sudden. We haven't really talked much about Feld UX pretty much for this race since the beginning, and now he has probably a shot at winning the race. That's one person. Tope is another. He's on 5-lap mediums. He's on 4-lap tires younger than the leader. So he could probably also do something different as well. So maybe I might come back to my original play.
Maybe it'll all come back to you, but all I know is Ricky, who I put 2nd, is down in 14th, so right now my odds are not doing so hot. As Jones gets another exceeding track limit under safety car.
Safety car.
I don't know where the drivers are getting it, but you're under safety car.
Yeah, naturally, if you likely touch the corner, it will throw up a 1 usually, but it will throw up an instant penalty on the safety car.
Man,
it's a bit of an unfair one, to be honest. But at the moment, we got Flying Chipper on 10-lap old mediums, leading the race from M9 Racing, 15-lap old hards.
Although they're 10 laps old, but they're really like 4 laps old.
More or less, yeah.
Because they haven't really done much, but this.
So we've done about 10 laps on the safety car, by the way. Now thinking about it. So we've had 3 safety cars. So, and it's usually about 3 laps before they come in, so that's 9 laps. Plus that VSC that we had for 1 lap. So, and it wasn't even a lap. So yeah, we had 9 laps under the safety car on the Singapore Grand Prix. And I'm pretty sure Flying Chipper led about 8 of them. Or 7 of them. No, 6 of them. So,
yeah, this is definitely different from last night, because last night I don't think there was any yellows. I didn't watch it all through, although I should. Or haven't gotten to it yet. I don't think there was any yellows, so the field was so spread out, which is surprising, because like one incident can trigger a safety car. But we've had 3 as well as a VSC. And I'm hoping we just go green and go green, because the more time, if we get another safety car, these drivers, let me go back to this detail right here. Jippo's going to have to pit again because he went medium, M9, Secret. Yeah, these guys are going to have to pit again under safety car. Everyone else behind them probably would have been done with their pits. They're going to lose all the track position.
That's another thing, safety car does come in the snap, but I forgot about that Jippo hasn't pitted yet.
Well, he's pitted, but for both another medium, so he's gonna have to come in again, and if there's another safety car, it's not gonna help him. So Jippo, M9, Secrets, they need this thing to go long, because this is not gonna help them. And you can really, like you said,
and that brings Failed UX into play.
Failed, Latope, Jones, these guys are pretty good for the, for the entirety, as long as their wing is in contact. So back up to the start. Jippo in the McLaren is going to do this thing once more. He already has this thing done under practice, so he should be good. He goes now.
He does go now.
And he cuts, 10 seconds.
He almost hits the back end. He almost hits the back end because of that as well. It's like no one knows how to do a restart. As he tries to go back on the inside, hits M9 Racing. M9 Racing goes for a move for the lead for that 10-second time penalty that he got there. He's also yet to pit, but Flying Chipper still holds on to the lead as we head into the as Failed UX nearly loses back end. He moves up a position. Seagrass and Bam Bam had such awful restarts as well. Seagrass and Bam Bam dropped down 6 positions. Bam Bam,
yeah, he lost too, but Jones is right behind Seacrest coming to turn whatever, and Seacrest is gonna maybe lose it here to the Ferrari of Jones. He's gonna get it on the harder tire, but softer.
Flying Chippo turned into early, still under safety car restart, still got a 10-second time of the qualifying. And just really loses back end, and I think TCR was still caught out by tire tempers.
Coleman's losing positions.
Another yellow intersection.
I think he just let them by or something. He made a little mistake.
So Flying Chipper has all the work to do now.
But look at Failed right on the back of M9 coming around this corner. He's gonna get good traction. Yeah, he's really coming on in this half of the race. You just got to be patient. You know, wait for even the DRS to come and once he passes M9, he's gonna be pretty good for the win here. But Lataupe as well, right behind. He's got on the mediums some pretty good speed in that Haas. Jonesy as well. It's a nice little train here.
You've got Seagrass, Bam Bam. Seagrass yet to pit. Obviously, he hasn't pitted all race long, and he's still in 6th position plate. But he has to pit at some point because this hard tires cannot last any more longer. So he's kind of in a screwed position. He needs another safety car.
Yeah, Failed defends on Lataupe down the inside, but he's going to defend it. Lataupe around the outside. Nope, he covers that off. Is the Renault. He's holding on for P3 right now, but Lataupe maybe a switchback in his favor. Nope, he's going to fall back in line as well. So Alfa Romeo of M9 is going to defend that for at least another lap on those 17-lap hard tires. And Failed is going to have to do a little bit more work, maybe another lap or so. As we go back into the packed, you got Perry and Graka. Ferrari down the inside. Oh, a little bit off track is Perry, but the Ferrari's going to get it for the time being.
Yeah, this is now helping Flying Chipper and starting to pull away now. Gap 3.3 seconds as we head into lap 18 of the Grand Prix. Yes, M9 Racing tries drifting around Singapore Sling and loses position to Failed UX. M9 Racing's tires are almost done. As
I'm nervous.
Jones goes
Jonesy! Jones hits the Haas!
Does, yeah. So M9 Racing goes drifting around Singapore Sling and gives Failed UX second place because of it.
Lataupe! What are you doing, Lataupe? No,
Lataupe hits the back of...
Oh!
They both cause damage. They both have
What
damage.
is going on here? He made him real lockup going to that corner. He's got no wing now.
Jones after P3 is now like a frenzy happening into the last sector.
We got a Sunday. we got something going on here. We got the Graka Dre. I've never seen a train this long. It's so close.
It's so close because everyone's more or less on the 70H tires, and the old tires just dying right now. As we see M9 Racing going to pit finally, or stop, which I think he should have pitted in the last safety car, honestly.
Oh man, this is just letting Chippo get the lead, but now Perry Lataupe going in the first corner. Man, look how far Chippo's ahead. He's already halfway down the DRS straight.
4.5 seconds, but reminder that he's got a 10-second time penalty to serve. As when he comes into pits, which will drop him down the order, so he needs to get a move on at the moment. With Jones now up to P3, Seagrass P4, and yet to pit still on lap 19 of the Singapore Grand Prix.
Graka, and then under the braking, man, these drivers are having tough time behind each other as Graka made a mistake. Ricky's around the outside of the Ferrari. Man, it is just very minor mistakes. Chips of the wing left and right.
The Lataupe struggling with rear grip at the moment. He's almost losing the back end.
Perry down the inside of the Renault hits a little bit.
97.
Oh man, this is, I don't know what to watch right now. I'm surprised I'm capturing all of this.
At the moment,
he's going to get good traction. Perry. Somehow he's on the medium now.
Yeah,
Maybe he pitted last. Yeah.
Yeah, because he pitted on the safety car, but he gets a fantastic drive with those fresh mediums and goes round the outside of RC7. Have a bit of that as a yellow 62.
Was that Coleman?
It was, no, I think it was I think it's just nothing at the moment, but we have a virtual safety car for it though. Oh, it's the Toro Rosso.
Oh,
Seagrist.
oh, it was Seagrist. He's got to do a 6-point turn here. There's a lot of wing over there.
Well, we have a virtual
This is
safety
who's this
car
going to
there.
help? Who's coming in? Who's?
Well, Jones pits. Bam Bam pits.
Oh,
Perry stays out, naturally. RC7 stays out.
okay, okay.
And we also got SK
DRS
Hurricane
enabled.
as-
Oh, we're back green already. That
Yep.
did not really help
Yes.
much, if it did any.
Yes. Yeah. So VSC not on the way. As the gap
Oh,
now dropped
man.
down to 2.8 seconds on the VSC restart. And it's now gotten a lot closer now between the top two.
Perry,
Still
look at
11
Perry though. P3 RC for
Perry.
Dre in a nice position in P5. Ricky back up. Up, down is Ricky. He's in 6th. Graka in 7th. Hurricane.
Yeah.
Jonesy just coming out of the pits now, followed by M9 gets position on that. Jones, Tope, Bam Bam, Coleman, and Secrets all coming in to the pits, and they're coming out as
Yeah.
well.
We got another yellow in sector 2 somewhere.
Yep,
Someone
Hurricane did a little
Hurricane.
spin. Little Hurricane tornado there. And he did a little spinaroo.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
yellow flags everywhere. We had one VSC just then. So 2 VSCs, 3 safety cars. How many more do we need? Lap 20. As Flying Chipper yet to stop. Because he does have to pit again. I don't know what tyres he'll go on towards the end. He probably is trying to go as long as possible to go on softs towards the end and try and go for a mad stint. But it looks like it's going to be Phil X's win after all of this. And we didn't mention him for most of this. Because he's been kind of quiet most of this race. But at the moment it's looking like he's probably going to win this race. Perry, after having all those trials and tribulations, breaking his front wing every single pit stop window and safety car, is now up to P3. It's insane. And RC7 and P4, after making the error at the start, he's now back up to P4. So,
Yeah, Perry's looking good for a podium here, I would say. Because Jippo still has to pit, but he's putting out a pretty good gap. Like, maybe not over Failed. I mean, Failed, he's got penalties though, so do you think Perry could win this race?
it depends how big that gap is. How many penalties does Failed have? He has, 1-5, but he served that, didn't he?
Oh, did he? I don't know. I think the gaps have kind of increased, which I'm actually happy for, so I could catch a breath. So Dre and RC is really the closest battle. Then we have Jones and M9 down the pack, but this is good
we've
enough
got 10
for
laps.
now.
We've got 10 laps to go. We've got 10 laps to go in the Singapore Grand Prix. Is Flying Chipper still 2.9 second lead at the moment. It's not. Is there any real major battle? There is technically with RC7 and Dre. RC7 he's not really like pushing as much as he did in qualifying. He's only had more pace in this, but Dre is now putting pressure on him right now for the battle for P4. We've got Ricky up on his own in P5 at the moment, and other than that, it's not really major battles going on, which is.
Did Jones,
relax
he
for a bit.
pitted for mediums, but I guess he put on used mediums. I guess
yes.
because these guys have been in the pits so many times that. Oh,
Yeah,
Jones
so
goes for a little dive.
On the
In the
inside,
hairpin, that would be
racing.
nice if he. No, he's got the wheel spin though. That would be a nice move though. But,
Yeah, it's just a question of when does Flying Chipper pit, because it's not like Perry's now catching him. Yep, it was 12 seconds down, it's dropped down to 8.7. So Perry is catching him, so he's probably not going to get second. But he's not really pulling away from RC7 either. It's been around 13 seconds, so when he pits and gets that 10 seconds served, he'll probably drop down to like 8th or 9th, or 8th place actually. So
who
he'll
would
need
drop
to do
down?
Flying Chipper.
Oh, Jippo. Yeah.
Flying Chipper will drop down to 8th place.
Although he's gonna have,
now
he would
lost-
have the tire advantage though. Although he does have that big penalty, but I don't know if he's gonna. You know, he could always submit and maybe see if he get the remove. I mean, 10 seconds off the bat is kind of.
It would, but it wouldn't make a difference because he would have served it anyway.
Oh, I don't know if
so-
it was a stop go or a 10-second. I thought it was just
It's
a
10 second
penalty.
penalty. 10 second penalty, but you have to serve it in the pits. So it wouldn't register it once you finish it. So once he serves it, it serves. So you can't get that removed.
Yeah.
My
You're
understanding
right.
anyway. But yeah. So it's really unfortunate for him because I think he probably could have dropped to where the racing point is of Ricky, P6. but he's not going to drop down
You
to
never
probably
know, though.
P8.
You never know. The laps are closing in, though, so the time to do something is diminishing. But he's gonna have to put the softs on because there's no, you know, for Jippo, he's not gonna put the hard on now. You know, it's
Yeah, I know.
obviously not gonna happen. So soft is the way to go.
Yeah,
But I think
on
it's
17
maybe
laps.
he might be 2 laps, maybe, and then he'll pit. Maybe next lap, maybe, because he's in turn 3 or 4 right now.
Yeah, as fuel comes down, naturally the tires will last a little bit longer. So he could pit with say 6 or 5 laps to go, and he could try and push for it. But Failed UX has already dropped the gap down to 1.3 seconds now, and it's looking like it's kind of ominous now at this point that Failed is probably going to win this race. Perry is flying. Perry is still flying. He's got down to 6.8 seconds, only 5.8 seconds behind Failed as well. So Perry is still on charge.
Oh, what happened to Flying Jippo? The gap is really close. Half a second.
The gap's just come down. He hasn't done anything wrong. It's just that his tires are now shot.
Was it really that close? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to pit now before Failed gets position on him. Remember, back to China, these guys had a little contact for the podium at China.
Yeah, that's that.
So these guys have a little history, which was not too far away. It was only like 2 races ago.
Both fighting for the championship as well. Flying Jippo is the closest rival to Failed UX right now, so these two are probably contenders for championship. Right here.
You gotta imagine he comes in now, is Jippo.
He has to at this point.
Yeah. You don't want to, you know, risk a battle with
he
almost
hits the wall coming the exit of turn 21, and he does go into the pits. Does Flying Jippo, as Failed UX now inherits that and takes the lead of the Grand Prix, but he's got Perry still catching him in a rate or not. It's got now down to like 4.3 seconds. He gained 1.5 seconds.
Wow.
Perry did in that last lap.
Wow.
So Perry is the one to watch at the moment as he is trying to chase down a victory at the Singapore Grand Prix after all he's been through.
I think Perry's got a good shot. I mean,
he's got a good shot.
Perry's got a good one. RC's got a good one. Hell, Dre is right within DRS. He's going to have it right now on RC. Will he make a move? RC goes defensive. McLaren around. Oh, a little bit of contact, but nothing crazy. Dre's got plenty of time to make this move.
Yeah, got plenty of time. He hits the wall as I said that, but he was looking the quicker of the two cars, but it hits the wall.
Oh, watch out, man! He's going close to the walls. You just have to keep that wing in contact. Oh, he did. Yeah.
Wing damage you can see on the left-hand side of his front wind plate.
Oh yeah.
He hit the wall on the exit of 7. And that probably kind of cost him position. So Failed UX. Now these are Grand Prix from Perry, gap down to 3.8 seconds. He's already found a second on this lap alone. So Perry absolutely flying on those fresh medium tyres, and the younger fresh medium tyres. Get to the older hards. Failed UX says with 6 laps to go. Like Dre has to concede for 4th position at the moment. RC7 seems to have got away with that one quite lightly after that mistake from Dre.
Yep.
The exit.
I'm on board here with Jippo at the moment with those soft tires. He's probably he definitely is the quickest guy on the track. Probably get the fastest lap next lap.
You got yellow sector 3 and that's SDK Hurricane.
Oh man, bad spot too.
He's very bad spot. That's everyone through.
No, he's good. He does it good. And lets the Toro roast by as well. Good.
So everyone through, he drops down a bundle of position. It's a shame he does front wing. He's fit again.
Jones is closest to the Alpha of M9 for P8. He's within 2/10. Oh man, Coleman. Oh yeah, a Hurricane comes in. But Jones is going to have DRS on the Alpha. Let's see if he does anything with it. And he gets a poor exit though. Oh man.
6 laps to go. Flying Jippo. Well, naturally we'll get the fastest lap on this lap. But yeah, everything looks pretty spread right now. There's no major gaps. I mean, besides probably M9 Racing and Jones, I think you mentioned just now.
Yeah, and Jones is having a tough time behind the Alpha as he's struggling in the corners with the wheel. You can see. Gotta keep it under control. Maybe he might be able to snag a position here. Man, he gets a little bit of movement.
Yeah, so we got Flying Chippo catching the back of TCR Greco for 6th place at the moment. Was leading the race for so long. Right, then for about 18 laps.
Yeah, look at this gap. 1.6 to Graka. Let's see how quick he's gonna, that fresh softs versus 15 lap hard tires is the difference is gonna be pretty big. Especially Jippo was quick naturally, so he doesn't need that tire difference to gain. But that'll obviously help. But he should get past Graka this lap, maybe towards the end.
Maybe towards the end. He might get up to Ricky if he's quick enough to get this overtaking move. So Ricky is probably his next person. He might steal 5th place, maybe 4th if his tires are there with 4 laps to go. But Perry is still lapping about 6 or 7 tenths of a lap faster than Veldurex at the moment. Gaps are now down to 2.6 seconds with 4 laps to go. So can Veldurex hold on at the moment from Perry, who, as we mentioned, had done no scheduled pit stop and just had front wing changes as his pit stops and ended up into 2nd place. Veldurex has had probably 1 scheduled pit stop and had to pit again to serve his 5-second penalty. So they both don't have any penalties as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, I don't know where anything stands at the moment. But all I know is Flying Chippo did a wonderful race, and the strategy with the safety cars did not help him. But he's gonna make a move on the Ferrari under the tunnel. Graka's gonna give it to him. Respect on that one. Graka knows he's not fighting the McLaren. Just let him by wherever he wants. As like I said earlier in the lap, Chippo would probably get past him this lap, and he did. He's up to P6 on lap 27. 4.3 the gap to Ricky.
So RC7 gets a racing time penalty as we enter lap 27. Gap now down to 0.6 seconds. Actually, now thinking about it, I think Veldurex has a 5-second time penalty.
Yeah, I think so. I think Perry's clean. I believe.
Perry's clean. But I think Fel does have a 5-second time penalty.
And we know RC has a penalty, and I've seen Dre had a penalty as well. So I don't know. Maybe Flying Jippo. I know he's got that 10-second, but if he served it already, then
he's fine.
Then he should be good. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe if he didn't serve it, then he maybe could get it removed. I don't know what's going on. But he might be able to get 3rd. Maybe.
Who knows at this point? Because he's now catching Ricky about a second a sector effectively. Pull up a second in the 1st sector alone. Most likely he's still catching.
With all these penalties up front, man, I might just put Jones up in 2nd. He might have a shot still. Mathematically, that might not work, but
I think, from my understanding, I think Perry might win this race after all.
I think
because of that 5 seconds. I think Perry might win this race.
Yeah, although he might not even need to go to the penalty. He's closing the gap. He might pass him on track and say, all right, I'm not doing it on penalties. I'm doing it on track too. And
True.
I think
gap reflects that 2 seconds now, effectively now.
Just 1 more second. Once he gets in DRS range, I think he has a real legitimate shot. Man, nice shot by... Is that number 69 Red Bull? I think so. Number 13 Renault.
13 Renault. Lucky for some. That's given Veldurex a lot of luck in this race, actually.
I mean, where it started, he'd probably be kind of mad in himself because, oh, what happened to Jonesy? No, in the pits. That's all. Very late. Very late pit stop.
Late pit stop, but
little movement there by Latope. Bam Bam's gonna take position. The Haas lost it on the traction zone there as Bam Bam moves up to 9th.
Yeah, it's been such a weird race. It's been such a weird race because everything's been complete opposite of what I thought was going to happen.
Oh yeah.
And it kind of ended up being we were thinking of Chip was going to win the race, to the point now where it's now failed UX who's going to win the race. But
Although
now
potentially Perry.
but Perry hits the wall there.
Oh, does he?
Get damage? No, he does, but he doesn't.
But also Ricky closing in on Dre. Dre's tires are falling off, or something happened. Maybe wing damage potentially. Ricky is on the back of Dre, and then Jippo's on the back of Ricky. So
yeah, Dre is struggling a lot. He was all over the back. Oh yeah, because he had that front wing damage, didn't he?
Yeah, I think both sides a little bit.
No, he's got another set of damage, yeah. So he hit a wall again, and now he's struggling as now Ricky Ricardo is now getting under pressure from Dean going on the outside.
Oh, Jippo! He should not have gone for that one. A little too optimistic on that one. You were 50 feet away from DRS, and it wasn't lights out, but it definitely cost him maybe a position or so towards the end of this race.
Yeah, it probably cost him a potential podium even.
Yeah. Now he's
because Jippo
back to 2 under behind Graka, yeah.
Now's Ricky's opportunity to try and go for the inside of Dre, who's his ailing car with 2 sides broken front wing, goes from the outside and makes him stick. And there you go. So Ricky now up to P4, Dre up into P5.
Yeah. But back to the front, that gap is kind of grown, so back to 4 or so seconds. So maybe Failed will win over the line, but maybe through penalties, maybe not. But if it's just a 5-second penalty, maybe Failed has something in the tank to maybe he will win this race. I think it's going back to Failed.
All of a sudden, I think
the tide has moved.
I was almost certain because I think I saw Perry hit the wall here, the exit of before the tunnel, second tunnel.
I'm gonna look for myself. Let me look for
because
this.
I think he hit the wall, but he didn't break his front wing fully. But it probably did show up as damage, but it doesn't show like he has damage. But now the gap's now back up to 4.5 seconds. So at the moment he's still winning this race, but only by half a second.
Perry's winning by 4/10. He's got 2 laps because he's clean. I just checked. I needed to see from my 2 eyes. Failed has a 5-second time penalty, and he is 3/10 with the win. This is literally a time race here. 2 laps to go. Failed got the momentum, but let's look at the. Let me see if I get the telemetry. Who's got the battery? Is anyone saving?
Yeah.
Nah, they're about the same. 5 seconds. Failed is now winning this race.
Failed is not winning this race. Yep. After that slight damage he probably got, probably from hitting the wall, or his tires have been shot, either or, it's compounded him now dropping down. He dropped 3 seconds.
Yes, very quickly. I mean, Failed's on the harder tires, so that's tires, able to go long. I mean, hell, we saw Ricky on the 22 lap old hards, able to get that. So
if it gets past Graka for P7, not P6, should I say? And yeah.
3/10 to the good. Oh, Dre's out.
Dre is out. He hits the wall.
No safety car, obviously. We're only 2 laps to the good.
But Dre is out of the race after looking like he was going to stay in P5.
Man, it was a good showing too by Dre, and that's going to move up Seacrest up into the points. It's going to change a couple positions here.
It's up to P9. So as we head to coming up to the last sector, we want to go with Phil Jackson in the last lap, who's now has now cleared the 5-second gap that he needed to win this race. Gap's now up to 6 seconds. It looks like he is probably going to win the race here at Singapore. After, he's like I said, he had such a quiet race. We only talked about him in the beginning when it was all the frenzy was going on. He made up the positions, he kept it clean, he didn't really do anything that much. Besides that 5-second penalty from Sweden pit lane. We haven't spoken too much about him.
Well, now we are. now it's his time to shine, and to be honest, his teammate as well. It's going to be a good points day for Renault. Back into RC, in 3rd position right now. We don't know where penalties are going to fall, but on a day where Failed did not look his strongest, started in qualifying, getting that grid penalty, starting P11 into the mix earlier on. Now in a position to win this race as long as he holds the gap, which I think he'll do. 2 seconds clear. He, as the championship leader, will increase the gap, and his championship rivals of, Jippo and of, well, Bam Bam, Dre. He's, oh, and he makes a mistake. No way, he makes a mistake.
he makes an error in the last point. Does that help Perry? He makes the error, but
Where's the gap?
what's the gap?
Oh,
3.4 seconds.
all right. I'm putting the controller down. I swear, that's the biggest commentator's curse if this does not happen for Failed. I swear,
So he makes the error. He made the error. I saw that. And I was like, wait, what the hell are you doing?
No way!
makes the
I
error.
swear to God, if this Perry's gonna win the race.
Perry might win this race, but
I
let's
literally
find
just
out.
cheated. I cheated it, Dougie.
So we'll have to see. Failed UX comes across the line to potentially win the Singapore Grand Prix. Gap is 3.8 seconds. Does he win the Singapore Grand Prix?
No, who does it?
Perry comes to the line.
I give up.
Perry
I
wins.
cannot
Perry
believe
wins.
that. Are you kidding me?
Impossible to win. Perry wins the Singapore Grand Prix. Failed UX by 1.1 seconds
I give up.
because of the error he made in exit Singapore. I don't know why he went so deep. He didn't need to push because he got the
Oh
gap.
my God.
He had the gap, and then he just went too deep into the thing. I saw that happening. I was just like, what was he doing? But Perry wins after penalties applied. Holy moly. Perry wins the Singapore Grand Prix after his
Wow.
simulations.
That is a crazy race.
Ricky takes P3 again.
There's no way. You
From
cannot
penalties.
make this stuff
97.
up. I'm sorry. You just
97.
cannot. You can't make it up.
That's-
I've
that's
commentated past and board. I've commentated in the past before, right? And I've had very bad commentators' curses. But you don't get it like that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's bad. That's like number one for me. You don't make
So,
it like that. How does that happen? I really hyped it up just to fall. I mean, man.
But yeah,
Perry.
Failed UX finishes P2. Ricky Ricardo takes the final podium spot. RC7 down to P4. Graca P5. M9 Racing P6. Flying Chippo with so many penalties dropped from 5th to 7th. Bam Bam P8. Seegers P9 and Lato rounding out top 10. But yeah, Perry getting that win after the error on the exit Anderson Bridge where he didn't need to push. He had a 7.4 second lead coming up to that point. He didn't need to push, and yeah, that's compounded his error, and he lost the race because of it.
Wow.
It's such a shame.
I don't know
That
what to
is-
say. I really don't.
It's such a shame. That is such a shame. But there we go.
Well,
Here's the
there
final
you go. The Red
final-
Bull is on top. I guess this is how it was meant to be. Perry gets his first win after just starting in the golden class, and you cannot say this was expected. Even towards the end of the race, this was not expected. But he does come out with 25 points and still failed. I don't know. I'm feeling for him, but but you still pulled a gap over everyone but Perry, and that's a good day in the office, I would say. But
So yeah, the final
wow.
results do show that Perry won the race by 1.1 seconds from that error. He lost 4 seconds in that last sector. Failed UX in second with Ricky Ricardo in P3, RT7 P4, TCR Graca P5, M9 Racing in P6, Flying Chip in P7 after penalties applied. 13 seconds of penalties, Flying Chip. Bamba in P8, Seegers P9, we got Latope in P10 and a half after all his trials and tribulations. Jones finishes P11, Hurricane P12, Coleman in P13, Dre in P14, and our three retirees was Dre.
I'm surprised it's only
and
3.
Greg. After all of that, you thought it would be more, right?
Yeah.
I thought so too. And we just finished under the hour. That race was
shit.
almost an hour long.
Man. Well, I know failed. You're probably rewatching. I apologize. Although that was that was on you, bud. But man, I feel it for everybody. But
So
who do
need
we
to-
want? We got to get someone in here. Yeah. How about it?
Failed UX and
You need Jeppo too, I feel.
Ricky Ricardo. And,
You-
I think, yeah, Ricky Ricardo and Jippo as well.
Yeah.
we need
You
Perry.
got him on your list or me?
I have Jippo, yeah, I think.
You have. All right. You invite whoever, and then I'll do the rest. But man, let me invite him. Alright, let's see here. I don't even remember who was the top 3. This is insane. Perry. Perry, Ricky. So do you think this race is going to turn out crazier or in the middle like for tomorrow? I mean, it'll be me and you on track, so
I don't even know.
I don't know what to say because Silver was, I think, dull and this one was not. I hope we're at least in the middle of it. Now joined by
I
failed P2 as we
need
wait for a couple more to join in before we start
yes.
the post-race interviews. Ricky
Ricardo.
P3 has joined us now, and we'll wait.
Just need Perry. Flying.
Before we get going, make sure your audio sharing settings are on. Chat, if you do not hear them, let me know so we don't waste our time. And then maybe Jippo and Perry might join in a second. But yeah, do you want to start, Dougie? I'm speechless still. Maybe you want to go for it.
I guess we'll wait for Perry. If he's not here, then give me a second. Oh, we'll like in a second. I suggested flying. The entire race, we didn't really talk too much. Was it well, it was an unforced error, but did you feel like you were just being too overconfident about because Perry was like dropping back and he wasn't going to game, but did you felt a bit overconfident coming in that sector there, or was it just a lack of concentration? Yeah, but other than that, it was a very, I would say, quiet race for you. Was there anything major that happened in your race? Because we didn't really catch anything from our side. Okay, Seafreeze, any questions?
Um, my first question would be, I don't know, I'm kind of shocked to be honest. I really, that was like the biggest commentator's curse you could have dreamed of. I think it was my fault, so I will take responsibility for your mistake on behalf of Seafreeze. I'm giving, I'm apologizing. I apologize. So when you rewatch it, I think you'll kind of to see how crazy that was. But I think the positive is you were close to the win. And another positive is you still come out on top over all the other rivals. So going into future races, you're gonna have that on you. But yes, runner up is good. You get a lot of points, just not as many as first. But I think it'll come. I think it'll come. Next week we are off, by the way. We are off, so you get a time to regroup for Britain, and so yeah, yes. But
So,
go ahead, Dougie.
yeah, that's right. So we'll continue on to Perry, who actually ended up winning the Grand Prix after his trials and tribulations. Perry, congratulations on your win. It was kind of unexpected to see you win this Grand Prix. I'm not going to lie, after what we've seen during that entire race. But talk us through your entire race because it
I
was
mean,
very eventful from our side.
yeah, it was crazy. It's probably the craziest race I've had. Just want to thank everybody hosting. Did a great job. And feel really bad for failed, man. You deserved it, and just one mistake. I think also I don't know. I was reading through the penalties, and I think you might have like a BS penalty. So I'd be okay. Send it in if you think it's wrong. It looked weird to me, but anyways, no, I didn't qualify very well. I screwed up my lap on the mediums, so luckily technically I started 11th, and then I moved up to 10th next to failed after his grid penalty, so I was able to choose and start on the mediums anyway instead of starting on the hards. But no, there was Ricky was battling with somebody, and I tried to make a move kind of on Hayden or Bucky TV, and I don't know, it was like half me trying to get out of the way, half me trying to just do a stupid move, and paid the price for it. And then got in another accident where literally just nothing you could do. Everybody just stacked up. So there's two incidents. And then I hopped on the soft tire, which, I mean, like, it did get me towards the front, but then I also chipped a bit of front wing, battling for third, I think, at the time. So I ended up changing three wings over the race, and then made a couple pretty good moves on decent, not fresh, but actually a used set from qualifying on mediums, and then just strategy. The last stint ended up working in my favor, and then I was catching, failed slowly, but then like with 5 laps to go, my tires hit 60% and just fell off a cliff, and couldn't hardly control them. So at that point, I was just trying to not get a puncture and finish the race. So, I mean, yeah, stuff happens, but this is one of the wildest races for sure.
Yeah, it definitely was. Well, you know, good, first win. So congrats on that. Is a different way to get it, but I guess a win is a win. But I
Yeah, I
guess
mean,
you'll want to, maybe finish first legit on track, maybe towards as we
yeah, that'd
come,
be good.
for the rest of the season.
I thought really at the type of race I was having, I was like, screw it. I'm just gonna throw the softs on and try to make some moves and make the stream a little bit more exciting. And turns out that's not even the most exciting part. So
Yes, it was. It'll be a nice watch back for the drivers. But congrats on the win again, and yeah, I don't know what to say, but I guess for Ricky,
Yeah.
kind of surprised that you finished third because you were up, down, back up. Hey, blink, back down, back up. You were up, down, all race long. How did you manage to get third in the end?
I have to thank my engineer for putting me on the four-stop strategy. I felt it was a good strategy. I'd like to thank Mercedes as well for borrowing me a front wing because we ran out at racing point. I don't know. I got caught up in some mess, a few driver errors, and just try to keep it clean really because I know that there was some penalties being dished out, and I thought I could maybe jump one or two places. I didn't think at all. I was actually going to retire on lap 12, but I was talking to carrying on. So
Oh yeah, you never know at Singapore with the safety
yeah,
cars.
it was very surprising, and I feel bad for flying Jippo. I think I don't know. He's last corner. I think he's tried a pretty stupid move. If I've got to be honest. But yeah, he was unfortunate to spin there. So have to have a look at that. Hopefully he finished high. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
After your eventful eventful race, it looked like everything was going wrong for you at one point. Did you honestly think you'd probably get a podium at any point during this? It's back-to-back podiums as well. There's another situation where penalties I do add to this, but it has ended up being you on the podium. But did you honestly think that you were going to get a podium here as
no,
well?
no,
Sorry.
no, no, absolutely not. Especially after well, I was actually in a really good position after I think second safety car. I was on the hard tyre, and it looked like Segrist broke quite heavily into turn 2, and I just
Yep.
couldn't get out of it. And yeah, I picked up damage, and that was I was like, right, I'm gonna have to pit for mediums twice, and at that point, it's a big, it's a long pit stop, and I'm just thinking, man, I'm just gonna quit. And I was talking, oh man, I was so close to quitting, but I'm so
Yeah,
glad that I didn't, and just like I say, kept it clean. I think I picked up 2-1s on the last lap, so yeah, I
Man.
was just trying to chase down. I think it was RC7, and in the end, I got it. So a bit
yeah.
fortunate.
Well,
That's very
very
fortunate for the
good, I
pros.
guess, recovery drive. I don't know how much was luck and how much. I think it just kind of happened to fall on your lap, but
Yeah.
back-to-back third place
I wouldn't like to
finishes,
see. I wouldn't
so
like to see the
pretty good
graph
stuff.
of my progression.
Oh yeah, we could get an Excel spreadsheet. Just message Tico, and we'll get that right to you
Excellent.
Monday morning.
Yeah.
But
So moving
last
to
one, yeah, is Flying
is
Jippo.
Flying Jippo. So Flying Jippo. It was a it was quite quiet for you for like 16, 17 laps until like there was the end where your your 10-second penalty kind of cost you in the restart, and then obviously the collision with Ricky kind of paid way to your positioning. But talk us through your race, because at one point it looked like you were probably going to be set to winning this race.
Just to interrupt, I don't know if your audio is going through. I don't think so.
Do you have your party thing on share?
Just double check. It should be good.
Yeah, you can continue. It's fine. Did you?
Yeah, but you did almost everything right. I think the strategy with the safety cars didn't really go your way, but I think
Yeah.
like you said, you were, if not the quickest,
My
but one of the quickest for sure. And I think going forward, I think that that'll kind of just
yeah.
play a theme in your season. But it's kind of hard to predict everything at Singapore. It's kind of, you never know, with strategy and safety cars. But I think if you go to other tracks with less safety cars, maybe like Britain, when we come back from the break, I think you will have a good shot at it. So head down and yeah, that is also a factor. But I think that's enough interviews for right now. But I'd just like to thank everyone who was watching. It was a pretty exciting race. Thanks to the drivers actually racing, putting on a good show for us. Thank you, Dougie, for commentating alongside me. And for everyone watching now, all the info down below in the description. Make sure you hit the like button, and make sure you tune in tomorrow for the Platinum Class Division here at Singapore, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And until then, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Good night.